is going on today, guys? Welcome back. It is Friday afternoon, actually the day before our Saturday dyno event. We're going to kind of put this together into one video. So in this video, we are going to be dynoing the first gen, finding out the baseline numbers. I say baseline because since we did the P-pump swap, we have not dynoed this truck. Back when it was the original VE style injection pump, it made a little under 400. So hopefully we are going to at least double that, somewhere in the 8. I would be ecstatic with anything in the 900 wheel horsepower range. Technically, the engine modifications that we have should put us somewhere right in that mid to low 900. So in this video, we are going to find out what it makes, but I figure instead of the day of the event, because we're leaving super early, it's dark, we'd open it up today and kind of go over. I know I have made a video about every single modification to this truck, but I know that there are going to be some questions. So we're gonna go over that and kind of catch up with you guys with the last video on how this thing was kind of puking oil out of the breathers on the side tappet cover. So thank you to everyone who kind of had a comment and a recommendation on kind of why it might be doing that. This engine, well, the bottom end of the engine does have 350,000 plus miles on it, so it is an old truck. We haven't touched the bottom end at all. The top end, we have had the cylinder head off. Not really any port work done, just a fresh head gasket, a fresh surface, and some big air and some big fuel. That's pretty much what we have done. There's nothing fancy on the actual engine part of it. But a lot of you guys were saying the fact that we don't have any breathers on the top side of the engine, and the fact that we have them on the side tappet cover, seeing that it's so much lower, that might be a reason why we are pushing a little bit of oil. So unfortunately, with the time that we had, I was not able to kind of do anything with venting up higher. I know they do make those kind of 2-into-1 breathers, so we might switch to that. We might do something, but we are going to, the next modification we're going to do is kind of remedy that and put some breathers higher up, and maybe work on the lower ones too. But for now, so we do not make a mess on the dyno, we have got a highly customized plastic jug shoved in the kind of engine cross member area with the breathers going into it. So if and when this thing does start pushing a little bit of oil, it's going to be contained instead of going everywhere. So just wanted to kind of acknowledge your guys' comments. I never claim to know anything, so we may have to do some switching around with the whole breather system. But other than that, I think we are pretty much ready to go. We're going to make sure this thing's topped off with oil, and we'll be good to go. I'm super excited to kind of figure out where we're at. Dynos can definitely be heartbreakers at times. There's a lot of variables that kind of go into all of that. So I'm hoping that we have a good experience. We're going to be dynoing on the same dyno that the 05 has been on multiple times. So trust the guys at NJDRP, and I'll be right there with Jake, but it is a solid dyno for sure. So just to give you guys a quick rundown, this is a 468-83, I believe, with a 1.0 housing, and this is a S480-96, has a 115 housing on it. So we might have to play, we'll see in what kind of this video lies, you know, and kind of what happens. We might be changing some things around. So that's the air setup. We have an On3 second gen intercooler here, and then going into you know, basically, like I said, just kind of like a stockish. We do have a Manton valve train, T4. It's a T4 steed speed. So fuel is a Ferrell diesel 12mm pump, the biggest 12mm pump that you can get. It is set at 640, the max cc's that it is rated for. It is set on kill, and then we got some Mikey G special 5x25 injectors. So that is, in short, the basic engine rundown. It does have a Hamilton 188 220 cam in it, and some other supporting mods. Our Muldoon's Stage 4 full manual 48. And yeah, I mean, it's rowdy on the street, but who knows what it's actually making, so we're going to find that out. We're going to spend the rest of the day kind of cleaning the trucks up, getting them loaded up, getting them ready, but I figured I'd kind of intro this video now, and I will catch back up with you guys tomorrow, Saturday. Alrighty guys, it is Saturday morning. A little wet overnight, but we're here, we made it. We're gonna get unloaded here, and then we're gonna start the action here a little later. So I'll catch back up with you guys once we're all set up and trucks start running on the dyno and we get some action going. Justin! Hi Justin, say hello.
Hi buddy.
Is there anything you want to say?
I'm just happy to be here.
I mean, you took home the trophy last time.
Happy to be here.
You took home the trophy last time.
And got lucky.
A lot of stiff competition today though.
A lot of
Was that your best last time?
That was all she
1100?
That was it.
1100. All right. We got Pat Nasty here. All right guys, so there is actually this dyno competition. There is like $1,000 prize for the highest horsepower. It's kind of like a high horsepower shootout. They have 2 dynos here. So a lot of guys that have some pretty decent trucks are here. But little plot twist, because loaded dynos, you can kind of manipulate some of the numbers possibly. The guys who put on the event are actually running all of the higher horsepower trucks on the unloaded dyno. So we are going to be on an unloaded dyno, which is going to change up some things. If some of the trucks here have like a laggier setup, they might have a hard time getting spooled up full boost. So we'll see if that plays in the first gen's favor, because the first gen has no problem getting up to full boost. So stay tuned. How you feeling, Pat?
Oh, I'm ready.
How you feeling, Pat? Pat's always ready. That's overdrive locked up. $693? Yeah. That's fine, it's getting hot. Alrighty guys, we're still on the GoPro. I did see the oil light come on a little bit, and we're definitely running hot right now, but we definitely did not make the power that we wanted to. The oil light is back. Oh boy. Michael. Hello Michael, by the way, hello. It's a nice, lovely Saturday here.
Beautiful day.
What did you set my timing at?
Whatever you told me.
Oh, whatever I told you?
Your idea.
Michael, I think those injectors...
Set it to out of the bowl.
Yeah, those injectors that you made me run, I only made 700 horsepower. Tell me what a failure I am at 700 horsepower.
You can give them back to me if you want.
No.
I'll take them back. I can do something with them.
Johnny Gilbert. Guys. What?
Johnny Gilbert. He's gonna be so ashamed.
He is. Everyone and their mother is going to be ashamed of 700 horse. I'm not, it's not good. 700 horse, guys. Well, we are going to enjoy the rest of the day watching everybody else make way more power than 700. We're going to watch Pat Nasty take it home.
740.
740. $977. What did it make? Almost 1,000. All right, so you're about 100 and what, 40, 50-ish off of last time?
Yes, 156 on the loaded. No, 1156. No, 1056 on the loaded.
I still love you.
Right?
I still love you.
Yeah, 1056.
You're still the man. Your guns are still bigger than Andy.
Negative 58.
It didn't read.
Negative 58.
You don't stand a chance, bro. You're making negative power.
Oh, fluid. Michael, what does it taste like?
Water.
It's just water? Pat ain't scared. Pat's not worried. What did it make? What was that pull?
2,000.
What is it?
1032 and then 990.
1032?
And then 990.
So he beat you. All right. We have made it home. The sun is just about to go down, and it looks like I got a little sun today. But we are back home. Everything we left with still runs, so that is actually a plus. And we got some baseline numbers for the first gen. Not quite the baseline numbers we were really anticipating or expecting or hoping for, but that is life. That is the struggle. Sometimes the dyno just breaks your heart, and that's what it did today. And we're gonna go home and cry, but we're gonna make some tweaks, we're gonna make some adjustments, and we're gonna come back better. A couple things I just want to kind of recap. Like I mentioned earlier in the video, we were on the unloaded dyno, so I would like to get up with the guys at NJDRP, get on their loaded dyno, just to make sure the numbers that we have are really accurate and make sure that we're not actually making more power, because it kind of feels, the butt dyno in me has driven a lot of 900 horsepower trucks, and it feels like it's at least mid to high 8s, and I was hoping for 9s, but so is life. Sometimes you just come back with big L, and that's kind of what we got. So normally on the street, this thing clears up most of the smoke. I say most of it. On the dyno, it didn't really clear up hardly any of it, so I don't know if we have too much fuel, if the timing is set too high. Normally, if you have a common rail, Mr. Common Rail Swap the World over here would send his data log off to his tuner, and they would make some tune revisions. We would come up with the, this is basically a baseline tune, come up with the final max horsepower, and it's a little bit easier. On a mechanical truck, we're really kind of doing things a little differently. So I need to review the boost and the drive pressure, which, number one, I did glance down at my boost gauge on one of the pulls, and it was like at least 100. I only have a 100-pound gauge in it because I didn't think we were going to make more than 100 PSI on this setup. Apparently I was wrong. Apparently I believe that I definitely looked at my boost gauge and it's definitely said 100. So I'm assuming that my drive pressure is it's probably all of it. It's probably all of it. So I don't actually have a sensor port for a secondary boost gauge to see how hard our manifold charger is actually being driven. We don't want to overspeed or overwork that manifold charger. So that's one of the big reasons why I went with a S400 frame manifold charger, because if that was an S300 getting driven super, super hard like that, you can bet your butt it probably would have oversped and blew up. But I don't really know that, but yeah, this was definitely a learning experience. So again, we got to make some tweaks, we got to make some adjustments, and we got to come back and figure out why this thing is not making more power. Like, it wasn't even high sevens. We barely cracked 703. I mean, come on, 703? Man. But overall, the truck still runs, drives, starts up. I believe, you know, I think everything's good. Our homemade little catch can really doesn't have that much oil in it. I would show you guys, but it's pretty dark underneath the hood. I tried to film a little bit, and you can't really see anything. So there's not really that much oil. Other than that, guys, what can I say? Everything is still in one piece, and everything seems to be okay. We just need to make some tweaks. We need to make some adjustments. The road to 800 and 900 horsepower is coming up shortly, and we will get this thing figured out. We will get this thing right where it should be. We're going to talk to some people, and this is just basically just a learning experience, you know, and that's what we're going to chalk it up to. Sometimes you make 900 horsepower and you go home happy, and sometimes you make 703 and you're slightly less happy. But that is pretty much going to do it, guys, for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hit the like button before you leave, subscribe if you have not already, and make sure you guys stay tuned, because she fought back a little bit, but we will win, and we will make big 12 valve power eventually. So that's gonna do it. I'll see you guys. See ya.